Coronavirus is still a thing. Make sure that you're practicing physical distancing. Make sure you wear a mask that covers the mouth and the nose. Condolences to the folks who passed during this time. My prayers are with you and your family. If you're sick, hope you're on the road to recovery and getting better. House EP is myself and Kaylin Ellis, featuring Virgil Abloh, Crystal Torres, and Graham Burris. Tape is myself and Soundtrack, featuring the joints Oh Yes and Apologetic. Both of those EPs, or little albums, are or playlists, are playing right now on Spotify and Apple Music, and others. And make sure you subscribe to the official podcast, the Lupe and Royce Show. Yes, there is a podcast. It is me and Royce the 5'9" with Tom Frank, brought to you by Say What Media. You can go to the website saywhat.media to get more information and links to the podcast, as well as merchandise and other things that we got going on over there. You can subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Make sure you comment and let us know what you think about the podcast. And also, we got episodes up on YouTube. Also, shop.lupefiasco.com. Shop.lupefiasco.com. You can get you some brand spanking new design Lupe Fiasco album merch, food and liquor t-shirts, cool hats, and other items, hoodies, and things of that nature. You can go to shop.lupefiasco.com to get you some merchandise. You understand. This will be a short one. Of course, we do these public service situations to bring people into the situation. Shout to Masaka Mini, shout to Rauf, Pistol Pixie, Mr. Legacy Jones, Smokey the Ghost, Reef, and Oskino the Don, our resident panel of experts over here at the IG Live. I'm too poor for the merch. Sorry, man. Sorry. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you can get your cash up and get you a hat. But it's, if you get it, get it. If you don't, it's fine. You don't have to feel like you're losing out or missing out on something. It's just there if you want it. If you want to represent, have a nice t-shirt. If you're debating between t-shirts, you're like, man, should I get this Nike t-shirt or should I get this Lupe t-shirt? Get the Lupe t-shirt. Yeah, that's just my advice. What's up? Shout to Cody. Shout to the homies. Shout to everybody who got the merch. And actually, just update. Shout to everybody who has downloaded both EPs and who subscribed to the podcast and brought merch. Thank you. Appreciate it. We really do. Put them in the question box. We won't be on here for too long, but holla at us if you got a question or something. Shout out to my folks down in Swaziland, Africa. How difficult was breathing in Mount Kilimanjaro? I mean, it was kind of tough. But you just had to kind of pace yourself. It's like, what was it, 19,000 feet? Yeah, you had to pace yourself. You didn't necessarily need oxygen to climb it or oxygen tanks or something like that. But, yeah, you definitely had to kind of like pace yourself. I think we had oxygen available though. I can't remember. As long as you pace yourself, you don't like overexert yourself or do nothing stupid. I mean, you'll be fine. Kilimanjaro is actually one of it's the least technical. I think it's the least technical, meaning that there's not like You don't have to like need a ice axe or ropes or anything to climb it. It's basically just a very arduous hike. There's one part called the Bronco Wall, which makes seem like you need that stuff, but you don't. It's still just kind of like a hike that you go up. But if you do choose to do it, make sure you be careful. But yeah, if you're looking just for a nice mountain and it's an actual legit mountain, like you can wear a patch that says "I climbed Kilimanjaro," and people are like, "Ooh, you summited Kili." It's one of the 7 summits, tallest mountain in Africa. Knock yourself out. What are some of your favorite examples of architecture and why? I like the Walt Disney Opera House or Orchestra House in downtown LA. I like that. I think that's Frank Gehry. I think he designed that. His designs are really interesting. I got to see a really nice exhibit of his, I think in London. It was really nice. And I like minimalist architecture, like minimalist structures. Very efficient. So like Japanese structures are cool, but even like some European structures. There's this one piece called Stealth. I think it's called Stealth Barn or the Stealth Barn. I think it's in Europe. But it's the Stealth Barn. That shit's fire. Like it's really dope. But it's all of the landscaping that's around it, where it is, colorway. It's a whole kind of like thing. But Stealth Barn is like one of my favorite buildings. There's a museum up in I think it's up in the Hamptons, or it's up in it's like when you go toward the Hamptons in New York, Long Island, whatever that is. There's this museum that's up there. I can't remember whose museum it is, but it's like a art museum, and that building is pretty dope. What else? I like the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. That shit's fire. Let me look. That shit's fire. Excuse me, mosque. It's one of my favorite buildings in the world. The Blue Mosque. In Turkey. So I like that. I mean, yeah, that's enough for now. That's enough. I also like the what is it? The Familia Sangria? Is that what it's called? In Barcelona? Is it this Familia Sangrado? What is that? What is it called? No, in Barcelona. What's the name of that building? Bartha. The Sagrada Familia. Yeah. I like that building. Yeah, I like that building. What's the guy who designed it? I got his book around here somewhere. I can't think of his name. He did some great balcony. There's this other one too. I think it's like this. What is it? He did like this apartment building, and he did the balconies. Well, I don't know. I think he did it, and the balconies are like skulls. Shit's fire. It's fire. Gaudi. Shout out to Gaudi. I went to the museum, the Gaudi Museum, or gift shop or something like that. I don't know. When I was in Barcelona, I went to go see it. It's pretty cool. Yes, and it's still not finished. That is true. Still not? Yeah, I think I'm still under construction, right? Do. Damn. Somebody put nigger in here. That's crazy. Like, you finna get bliggity blocked. Wow. Damn, and you from Santa Cruz. That's crazy. Why you gotta be like that? And also there's this temple complex. I don't know if it's in Thailand or wherever, but it's a book. The whole complex is a giant book. I want to go there. I also want to see Angkor Wat. I want to see that too. I think that's in Cambodia. Which I've never been to, but I would like to go. Scooby doo doo doo. Skidoo doo 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 doo. Brown brown brown. What are your favorite bang for your buck places to travel? Let's see, bang for your buck. Ooh, San Francisco. To be honest. Like, there's actually kind of like, well. I mean, yeah. If you go there and you're like, I finna just be a tourist on the low, or New York, but, well, not really New York. Ain't a lot of stuff to do in New York. And a lot of that stuff is expensive. Like, Broadway is expensive. Like, them shows can be expensive as hell. So I don't know if that's like bang for your buck. I'm just trying to think of a place you can go that's like super cheap. And or get there and you can just like be there and not have to like spend a ton of money to really experience everything. Like, national parks are good, you know. Like, I think road tripping across the US is a great thing, especially if you're cool enough to kind of sleep in your car and like just kind of really just go and stop at all those different little parks and side attractions. And then you hit a couple cities along the way and kind of just dip in and hit a few spots. But San Francisco is good. New Orleans is good. Simply because you could just be in the city walking around, see like Golden Gate Bridge, and then you can go to Alcatraz, and then you could like go to the wharf. Then you could go to like where else can you go? Like the hills, and you can go see the Full House, right? Like, you can just go and tour and see different parts of the city that are like landmarks and stuff like that. So I think places like that are cool. Well, you spend money to go to Alcatraz, but I mean, it's cool. Road tripping is the vibe, right? If you can get a car, get yourself about like, well, then you gotta think about gas. Yeah, there's that. That's gonna be a thing. But even with gas, I mean, you can still kind of hit. Ooh, you know where else is? Well, I mean, I would say Vegas. Vegas, yeah, but I mean, you still gotta pay for the shows. Food is good, but I mean, you still gotta pay for it. Like, if you ain't got no money in Vegas, it's like, nah. You see a couple things on the strip, and you're like, let's get the fuck out of here. But you can go to the Hoover Dam, which is right there. So. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, if you take a few people, like if you got 3 people that's going and y'all all are somewhat gainfully employed and got a little money, yeah, I would road trip. I'll just pick a car, make sure you change the oil and get everything checked before you bounce. Or you can get the oil changed on the way. That's not a big deal. Yeah, and just kind of hit a few states, hit a few big cities, pass through, do a couple things, you know, and then go back. Stop and see a bunch of the national parks. It really, you don't really see a lot of like really beautiful, interesting scenery until you start to head west. Then you hit like these big ass forests and mountains, but you can do that too in the Appalachians. But have we ever been through that? We have to have been through the Appalachians. Just on tour, but maybe, I don't know. But west is when you like Grand Canyon and like Yellowstone and redwood forests and deserts and shit like that, and Denver and Colorado through the mountains and plains and shit. So if you just want to see like some majestic earthly architecture, like mountains and big ass rivers and stuff like that, then you need to head west. Mm-hmm. What's the best pizza place in Chicago? The best pizza place in Chicago. I'm gonna say, ooh man, it's either, well, if you like deep dish, then I mean that limits you to only a few places. And if it's deep dish, then I mean Giordano's has something to say, right? So Giordano's if you on the deep dish vibe, right? But I mean the other ones aren't like super bad, but it's just like Giordano's if you had to pick. And then if you like the flat pizza, the tavern pizza, like tavern style pizza, the flat crust pizza, then I would say maybe Home Run Inn out there swinging for the fences. Mm-hmm. Now I want some pizza. Look at you. Yeah, I would say Home Run Inn. Like the best. Like if you had to like pick. It was like, and you could be comfortable knowing that you're gonna get some good high level pizza. Home Run Inn. The other ones might be good. They good, but it could be like a hit or miss thing. But again, it all depends on what you like. I like Home Run Inn. Beggars ain't bad. For real, Beggars ain't bad. I'm not mad at Beggars. But yeah, there used to be this place I think it's called Marcelino's. We used to go to, and they had like this like barbecue chicken pizza that we used to just destroy. But it was just kind of like that one pizza. Like that was the pizza we always banged out on. They're like chicken pizza. It was so fire. But I think it was Marcelino's. I think it was over. It used to be over there by like right behind what street? Like North Avenue. I think that's what that is. Over by Cabrini, behind Cabrini, or where Cabrini used to be, where the Apple store. They had an Apple store right there. I think it's North Avenue or Division, whichever one that is. Boop, 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 boop. Is it Barocco's? Nah, it went well, I don't know. I think it was called Marcelino's. I don't know if it was called Barocco's. You know what the issue with Italian Fiesta was, at least back in the day? What the issue that I had with Italian Fiesta was that it was too salty. Like it'd just be mad salty for some reason. And if somebody brought up like Papa John's, if it was to out of joints that are like chains, I still go with Papa John's. I think Papa John's, and I don't care how many niggas is in that pizza. That Papa John's, to me, if you're gonna order a pizza from a chain, a nationwide chain, I'm rolling with Papa John's. But don't sleep on Casey's, the gas station. Casey's pizza at the gas station is quite good. But if it's a chain and they're around, Papa John's is getting my order. Domino's, nah. Pizza Hut, nah. But Papa John's, I will definitely, like, let's go and order that. That's just my piece. The names that you were naming off on wave files were those explorers, etc. No, those were reputed. Those slave ships. The names of slave ships, or reported, alleged the alleged names of slave ships. There's a lot of slave ships names on record, and so I just kind of went to different places and pulled names that I saw and just kind of mixed them all together. So those are reportedly, allegedly, the names of slave ships. And in some cases, they were definitely the names of slave ships. Oh, shout out to everybody that's doing No Sugar December. I mean, I'm doing good, man. It's interesting. What day is this? 14 days in. We got another 15 days to go or something like that. So we kind of almost halfway through. I mean, I feel good. I think I lost a lot of weight just off appearance. Just kind of looking at myself like, yeah, I definitely dropped some poundages. You know, I feel good. You know, it's not solving all of the issues, but I mean, it's feel good. If I don't feel bad if that was the case. I found myself craving certain things, but a lot of the sauces and like wanting cookies and juice and all that stuff, like it would be like a moment of like, man, I really would want some juice with this right now. But then it's kind of like, well, it is what it is. So, but I can't wait when it's over. When it is actually over. I don't even know if I even want anything. I think I'm going to just incorporate back in. I'll probably leave the high fructose corn syrup out for good. I probably won't go back to that. And if I do go back to things with sugar in it, it'll just be really specific things, you know. But I'm not gonna shy away from eating a cookie. I got a pack of Oreos in there that will definitely get that work. And I got some cereal that is definitely gonna get that work when this is over. So, and then I think what I might do is once I finish the stuff that's here, like literally the food that I got that has sugar in it, and when I come off No Sugar December and I go back and I finish that stuff, I'm not going to get that stuff again. I'm gonna just finish what I have, and then I'm gonna just go back to where I was before. But shout out to everybody doing No Sugar December. Hope it's going well for you. Hope you're feeling all right. Aurelio's. Oh, Aurelio's is good too. Aurelio's ain't bad. It's not like somebody's talking about, just so you know what we're talking about. Somebody's talking about Aurelio's Pizza in Chicago. It ain't like places have like just bad pizza. It's like Pizzeria Uno and Pizzeria Do. Like that crust that they got is bad. Like that shit tastes bad. But other than that, it's not like the pizza's horrible. It's just places that do it better than other folks. So Aurelio's is good. I mean, it's good. It's rare to have places that are just like, oh, that place is nasty. And for Chicago, for some reason, we're not like a slice-based kind of pizza situation. So you're not finna just go up in a place and get a slice. It's like you got to get the whole pie, and normally they make the pies from scratch. So, I mean, at the shop I used to work at, well, the restaurant I used to work at, we had pizza by the slice. And the issue with that is, pizza can sit. I think Casey's has pizza by the slice, but normally if I go and get a pizza, I'm getting it from scratch in Chicago. I'm not getting a slice. There was also a spot that was actually really good. That was more like, I think, New York style pizza. That was like by Bridgeview. It was like a Palestinian spot. Where they was doing like chicken and pizza and stuff like that, like fast food. They had a barbecue chicken that was crazy, but they had a pizza situation that wasn't bad. I used to go there and get pizza. So. Ever been to the Sahara Desert? I've been to the Sinai. And I don't know if that counts as being a part of the Sahara. So I've been to Egypt. And again, I don't know if that counts as being in the Sahara. But have I been like out in the dunes, like chilling? No, I've not been out there. I want to go though. That would be dope. Ever had New Haven, Connecticut pizza? I've been to New Haven. Have I ever had pizza there, though? I don't know. See, it's hard for me to get pizza on the East Coast and really, like, indulge because there's so much, like, cross-contamination with, like, the pork and everything. So I really just kind of got to put it out of my mind, but I mean, I would love to get a nice slice of like artichoke pizza. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and not have to worry about it being next to the pepperoni mountain or something like that. But unfortunately, I really don't indulge in pizza too much when I'm on the East. But I have been to New Haven. Can vaccinated people still be carriers of the virus? Can they spread it while their body fights it off? Well, depending on what vaccine you get, there'll be more over the next few months that will be available. Some of them, not all of them, are mRNA vaccines. The mRNA vaccines, you're not actually getting the virus at all. So no, you would catch the virus if you, like, when you get vaccinated, it's not going to stop you. It's not going to stop the virus from actually entering your body. But once it enters your body, hopefully, well, 90% chance, a chance is high in the 90s. Because you're vaccinated, your body will immediately start to destroy it and not give it time to start to reproduce itself. So that's kind of like the point of vaccination. But with that said, people's immune systems are different. So you could be in a space where you are vaccinated. You do get a heavy viral load, right? Like meaning somebody spit into your mouth, right? So you got a whole bunch of coronavirus, even while you're vaccinated. And just because you have such a high viral dose, it's going to take time for your body to fight it off. So in that process of your body fighting it off, let's just give it some arbitrary numbers. Let's say it takes 4 hours, right, for your body, for immune system to start to kick in and start to destroy the COVID while you're vaccinated, right? Takes like however long, a few hours for your immune system to start kicking up. And in that time, the viral load that's just in your body that hasn't been able to reproduce itself is still kind of moving around. And say you go and you sneeze on somebody else, or somebody eats behind you or something like that. There is the possibility that you can pass off that that virus, or that some of that virus, to someone else. And if they're not vaccinated, then the process can start in them. So you just need to be careful, even if you get vaccinated, to still wear a mask, to still practice social distancing, to still practice those rules. Don't eat behind people, stuff like that. Separate food and dishes and stuff like that. If somebody's in the house that has COVID-19, you just want to make sure that you're separating things out. So in that way, you could say yes, like, yeah, if this very specific set of things happen, you get a very high viral load, in the time that your body is killing it, you come into contact with somebody else and you give them some lingering, or you shed some out, then yes, you can. So just be careful, But again, and then it depends on the vaccine that you're actually getting. Okay, so there's the mRNA vaccine, and then there's there's going to be vaccines that are viral vector vaccines, which are the actual virus. Now, the virus in those cases may be dead, and if I'm not mistaken, they're dead or they're weakened. So if they're dead, you don't have to worry about it, right? Your body, your immune system is basically just going to learn the parts of a dead body. But if it's weakened, and I don't think there's going to be live virus, but if it's what am I talking about? Yeah, if it's weakened, there still may be the chance that, depending on the dose that they give you of that vaccine, that you can have viral particle in you that may just be weakened, but not necessarily dead. And you can shed that. So say your body doesn't destroy it and you just poop it out or something like that. But again, we're talking kind of hypotheticals, but there is the possibility that, and I think normally this is with live virus. I don't know if this is with dead virus. Dead virus, it doesn't matter because it's dead. But if it's weakened or live virus, then you could possibly just shed it, like shit it out or spit it out, or however it kind of gets out of your body with everything else. And if somebody comes into contact with that, so if they come into contact with your feces or your wherever it's shedded out from, then it could potentially be virus in that material. And if that gets into somebody's consumption patterns, then they could potentially pick up virus from that. But those are very rare. Those are rare cases, and it depends on that set of circumstances. Like if it's live virus or if it's weakened virus, and then it's a whole other kind of process where the sanitation system is bad, or non-existent, or you're not washing your hands after you go to the bathroom and you go cook for somebody, and then that kind of process. So just make sure, again, wear a mask, wash your hands, dispose of your feces and urine properly, and then you should be fine. Lupe, there's a huge farmer protest happening in India, hoping you can use your platform to bring awareness. I've been mildly looking into it, trying to understand what it is. I'm gonna do it. I've been studying something else. I'll look into it a little bit deeper, because the sources that I see, sometimes you got to be weary of the liberal and the progressive media coming from the left, because they leave out a lot of things. They don't really get into the details of why. They just kind of present you with what's happening and kind of give you their little spin on it. But they leave out like why they're doing it, you know. And it is sometimes when you get the other side of the equation, it's like, well, you know, they're deregulating for the sake of whatever, right? And so I don't know that. So right now, all I have is the media, the narrative, and you know, I'm not really like super shocked that it's like so many hundreds of millions of people, because India is big as fuck. It's like 1 billion people there, so that doesn't really, the amount of people that are actually doing it, that's, to me, that's not like a big thing for India, because India is big as shit with hundreds of 1 billion people in it. So the numbers aren't really like, oh look, because so many people, so it has to be bad. Like, so I'm trying to get to the nitty gritty of what it is from the opposition standpoint, you know. So when I do, I'll let you know. 250 million is a lot of people, yes, but like India has like 1.4 billion people or something like that. Like, it's a lot of fucking people in India. So I'll get back once I get a chance to look at the whole piece. I just haven't had chance to. When I do, I'll check in and come back. How do people die from diarrhea in India? Well, it depends. If it's something like cholera, or whatever's causing the diarrhea. I mean, diarrhea, it dehydrates you, right? So that's why you like liquid diarrhea. Like, it's pulling fluid out of your body, so it dehydrates you. So you can die from dehydration. And especially if you're trying to rehydrate with the same like contaminated water or contaminated whatever, you know, or if you don't have the antibiotics to like kill whatever is in that's actually causing the diarrhea, you know, you basically dehydrate to death. So but diarrhea is normally a symptom of something else that's happening, some type of pathogen or something else, and that's what's really causing it, right? Your body, it's your body. It's almost like an autoimmune thing, where it's a immunity response action, where your body's like, flush everything, like get all of this shit out of here. So it isn't like the bacteria is the one coming in and saying shit everywhere, right? Like pressing the shit button. It's your body trying to flush out whatever that is, right? So it's kind of like it's a part of your immune system. But unless you can kind of put it back into control, I mean, you'll dehydrate. You know, your body will. That's another thing. Your body, like cytokine storms, stuff like that. Your body, fevers and shit like that. That's your body trying to destroy whatever that is. And if the thing that's in there isn't, you know, antibiotics help slow the growth or kill things, or vaccines or different type of treatments. If you just let the body take its course, it will fucking kill you. You know, because the pathogen is just constantly growing. So it's never gonna stop unless something happens dramatically for it to stop. And sometimes it can outpace your immune system, and your immune system is just doing the best that it can, giving you a fever, giving you diarrhea, you know, all these things to kind of eject all this shit out your body. But at the same time too, if you don't have an external source complementing the forces of your immune system, also combating the pathogen at the same time, you'll die. So When will we be able to not have to worry about distancing and mask wearing? I would say maybe 9 months. Yeah, about 9 months. We got just a few more minutes, y'all, and then I'm gonna jump.